there's a rise of women who know their rights, who want to speak out. And these are men who have been brought up mwanamke asonge.
Out of 10 women have experienced gender-based violence in their lives. Have you experienced it?
Having the anger towards men.
What are some of the things you will do?
I work with people in the community who have been abused. One of the major reasons why women are abused is kuona ni mwanamke ametosha. Because alikuwa anatitima MC. So mwanamke atakwambia nini? Mwanangu nenda upige. Of course men, and I know you are a man, if there's nothing you are bringing on the table, then what are you bringing on the table?
Okay, welcome back guys. This is Wellness Uzima podcast. This is a channel that brings you our highlights, community issues, and we have guests that come in and be able to educate, empower, and give you direction, and even give you more information about an issue within the community. And today I'm so excited. I have here someone whom I call Mama Afia. Mama Afia because she has done a lot. And she's a clinical officer at Shimolatewa. At the same time, she is a gender-based violence activist. She has done a lot. Without also forgetting, she's a gender-based violence focal person. She has so many titles. I cannot finish all of them. Welcome for the first time within this show.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Oh, great.
Great, huh?
In fact, I will say congratulations.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. I've talked about so much about you.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm exhausted. Or there are so many things.
So my name's Mama Afia.
Yes.
But I'm known to be Margaret Ziza Wachiro.
Yes.
As my colleague has said, I work at Shimolatewa here at prisons.
Yes.
I'm the gender-based violence focal person. I am also the chairperson of Fungo Yetu Sako in Kilifi County. I'm also the chairperson of Safer Futures, CBO, where we work closely with survivors. I'm also a politician in Kilifi County.
All these camps.
Yes.
How do you manage them?
I just multitask. I'm
You
a
just
woman.
multitask. You're
I'm a
blessed.
woman. I can really multitask. Yes. Yes.
So that is so beautiful. Now, how do you manage now all these positions with your work as a clinical officer?
What I can say, all of them are related to what I do. Because what I do every day I work closely with people in the community who are ailing. I work with people in the community who have been abused. And so Safer Futures works with the survivors. So these are some of the people I meet every day. So it's easier to work and do all that, just networking. And what made me also start Fungo Yetu Sako is one of the major reasons why women are abused is economic empowerment. And so this Fungo Yetu Sako is for anybody. It's not for a class of people. You see, we have many circles, police people, clinical officer Sako, but Fungo Yetu Sako is for the people at the community level. Okay, we have lots of women there, we also have men, but the passion to start it was because we wanted to empower that woman there.
How did you discover about your passion in terms of dealing with the community issues, and how did you discover, because most people have challenges understanding who they are and having that passion in addressing issues within the community? Yes.
Daily interactions. I can say I have been in service for over 20 years.
Wow.
So I have seen a lot. And what I've discovered, there's a gap. There's a gap. People need the touch. They need that time. So sometimes even in our clinical rooms, we are pressed with time. There are a lot of patients waiting for you. And here there's somebody who really wants to share an experience, that they have experience and they feel you have the answer. Because we say once you talk about a problem, you almost have solved it 50%.
Yes.
So out of that, the passion for all this came. Yeah. Daily interactions. I interact with people daily.
That is so good to
Yes.
hear about it. And just on your line, especially when you talk about gender-based violence, what form of gender-based violence is common or you're faced when you in your line of duty? that you can talk about is very rampant within our community?
What I would say is assault. And then we go to sexual violence. But assault, if I sit in that room, I attend to almost 3, 4, 5 cases. That is a very big number. Because there are others that are not reported. There are others that don't come to us out of stigma or out of fear, out of maybe they are not involved. They don't know there's help out there. Yeah, so I can say assault.
Is there a case that moved you until?
Yes.
Yes.
Recently I had a case, and that case made me to stay the whole day without talking to anybody. I was also depressed. It was a case of incest. A father defiling 3 girls. One 9-year-old, 12-year-old, and 16-year-old girl. Yeah, and this case was brought by the people from the community. So you know that, how you feel. And even after examination, I came to realize that the girls were defiled. Yeah, and the worst part of it, the youngest girl, the 9-year-old girl, had been infected with a sexually transmitted disease. So to me, it was a really trying moment.
How did you maneuver?
I don't know what to say, but 2, 3, 4 days I was down. In fact, that time it was the worst times of my life. I even thought of just leaving this sector of dealing gender-based violence. But okay, down within me, it said that now the community needs to be informed more. Maybe now is the time that even girls in school are supposed to be taught. Perhaps if there was a teacher who had the knowledge would have advised these girls on how to stay with their dad. Perhaps a community leader or a religious leader would have talked to this woman not to leave girls with their dad alone. Perhaps. So I realized this, even instead of backing off, I got a new story that said, no, this one I have to go loud. I talk about it. It is here with us. Despite of any religion and anything, it's here. And we have to face it. Yeah.
So how did it affect your relationship with your family? Because now you come from there, you've seen issues from the community, and then you're coming, for example, the children are there. So how do they really affect how you relate with your...
What I've learned
is
anything you face in life, even if it's a difficult thing or a challenge, be positive. Right?
Yes.
Be positive. Think that something has happened in the community, but take it positive that now I need to even talk to my own kids. Now I need even to be more careful with how I relate with my husband or even in the community. So that positivity attitude has helped me reach where I am. I will not be smiling. Yeah. I would be having the anger towards men, towards people. You know you can displace. So the positivity in life. And that is what I talk to the survivors. It has happened, but be positive. Know there's hope. Know there's tomorrow. Yeah.
That is positivity. Guys, so if you're still with us, we just encourage you, take this moment to encourage you to subscribe, share and comment so that we can be able to reach more and more people, because this information is so powerful from Mama Afia. Then during your time when you're working, there are those myths and misconceptions that you had to confront within the community. Which are these myths that you always see from the community that it's making your work to become so difficult?
Yes, there's a myth that we actually fighting. And the myth is if an elder person is infected with HIV/AIDS and comes across a virgin girl, then it gets a kind of a cleansing. You see, even though people don't want to talk about it, but it's still there. And there's also a misconception that an elder person, if they get a small girl and a virgin small girl, then they're like reverting it in their strength comes back to this is here in Africa, and it's with us, and it is affecting us because we find that it's difficult. These cases are rising every new day. So people need to be informed that this is not right.
What is the perpetrators? You have ever dealt with them, and
Yes.
what is their reason behind doing such heinous?
Of course, very few perpetrators will say they are the ones who did it. Very few. In fact, they will tell you, mimi sikuwa wa kwanza kufanya hivyo, and this is a 14-year-old boy, boy and girls also. So anakwambia, mimi daktari ulijuaje ni mimi, umepima nini? So we rely mostly on the investigations and samples, but no perpetrator will tell you I did it. Very few will say, maybe 1%. We say there's one I met and they heard her from 3 Ghana and said, mimi niliona ni mwanamke ametosha, because alikuwa na matiti na you. So I say he was very honest, that boy at 23 years old. Alisema niliona ni mwanamke ametosha. So out of ignorance that boy defied a young girl, out of ignorance. But very few would say they actually did it. And maybe on that point, we have a rise of the tourists also coming in and doing the same to our young girls. Yeah.
The people we would consider empowered, they're also doing the same thing.
Yes. So it's no exception. It is that serious. There is no exception.
And is there a case that you handled that did not go successful?
There's a case.
Tell me more about it.
There's a case of a 4-year-old girl. In fact, the girl was brought to our facility and it was 4:30. Almost everybody was closing. But that girl came with dresses full of blood and the mother confused. When I tried to examine the girl, I could not examine it because there were a lot of injuries and blood clots. So we had to refer to post-mortem. And we referred that case, and I think that girl went to theater twice. Then the problem was the perpetrator alisingizia brother ya huyu msichana. Yeye, wewe ukiulizwa sema fulani ndiye amefanya. Nanielewa? Sema fulani ndiye amefanya. So fulani amefanya. This man, as we speak, is still in custody. But 2 years or 3 years down the line, we have not completed the case. One, saa zingine huyu mama ana pesa ya kwenda koti. No poverty. Saa zingine huyu mama amehangaishwa hapo kwa huyu mtana relatives wa yule mtu. You see, our own very own people affecting this mama because she reported the case to the police and to us. So she had to relocate from where she was living. You understand? So we have been following this case closely, and up to now we have not closed our case because of one influence or another. There's a time, in fact, a lawyer of the perpetrator was saying, "Were there CCTVs? Do we have CCTVs in our homes?" You see, so there are no difference. Yes, it's difficult.
That is so difficult. But I hope the young lady or the young girl
gets justice. Because I even contacted private investigators for her because of what I felt about that young lady. I involved private investigators. So the case has been taken up again. I hope this time around the young girl will get justice.
I see you're a vibrant person within the community, and with the statistics that we have, 4 out of 10 women have experienced gender-based violence in their lives. Have you experienced it?
Of course, yes. Because gender-based violence is even psychological, can get psychological trauma or even economic trauma.
Yes.
Psychology, you know, I think there's something in African men that African men do not want a woman who is very vocal. Vocal. So say, wewe nyamaza, unaongea kila kitu, wewe unajua kila kitu. You see, now you feel why? You know you're traumatized in a way. Violence, gender-based violence does not spare. whether you are a professional or not. We've seen it cut across everywhere. Yes. So every woman, in fact, that I should be high to my perspective, because it's so wide. You can so wewe si unajua kila kitu, basi utalipia watoto wako school fees. You understand?
So the aspect of know-it-all.
Know-it-all. Yeah. So it's there with us. It's not easy.
What do you think is the reason behind it?
I think it's upbringing. Yes. And I would raise up my boys and tell them, respect this girl. Yeah, so it comes from childhood. Some of these things are built in people from childhood, upbringing. Mwanamke atakwambia nini, mwanangu nenda upige. You see, so as parents, there are things we plant in the minds of our children. Even girls that cannot speak out, it was planted in them, in their childhood. Uwezi nyamaza, uwezi kufanya, especially in the Mijikenda community. I come from the Mijikenda community.
Yes.
I come. There's no way a woman you are allowed to speak. Even in diet, women would wait until men have eaten and they are finished. Then you eat what is left behind. You understand? So now there's a rise of women who know their rights, who want to speak out. And these are men who have been brought up. You understand?
Yes.
So even in our communities, we still face this. And it goes even in leadership. And that's why I told you I'm also a politician. By the way, I'm going for women rep by 2027.
We'll talk about that.
Why? Because women are brought up. And it is culture.
And there's something you've mentioned, how we raise our boys. And because there's a case I had where a young boy had impregnated like more than 5 girls. And
the mother would say,
and the mother, in fact, the mother said, my boy, don't let anyone take you to court because of having children that you have impregnated them. Tell them I'm here to protect you. And the guy was feeling confident, and he still continues and continues.
And so now, and that's why I was telling you, we need to go a step further. Even have forums where we bring in parents and we teach them. We are not stopping. We teach them how to bring up that boy. What do you instill in their brain? Tell them to be responsible. Tell them to respect the guy. I would tell my boy, I have a boy at the university, I would tell him, respect that guy. She looks like your mother. Understand? If you respect me, if you love me, respect that guy.
And do you think fathers have failed?
No, they have not failed in a way, but you see, they also have that ego issue. But we need them because this fight is not an easy one. We need them. I've been working with some priests in this, and they have helped us do something. And what last time I had a meeting, one of the bishops was telling me that you are forgetting the men. We also undergo trauma, and we cannot speak out. And I say I'm aware because I've met cases. Mwanaume amekuwa assaulted, amechapwa na mwanamke kwa sababu amepata mwanamke na mwanaume mwingine. You understand? So this man is suffering from psychological and also physical trauma. And most of the organizations are based in women. So we also want to expand our wings and involve men in this.
Because from my own thoughts, I always feel maybe you can also help me, because women have been empowered, but people assume when a man have money or resources, they have been empowered, but technically within their minds they have not been empowered.
Yeah, that's why some of them go into drugs and die, because they have missed an opportunity to empty out what they are going through and what is there.
Because the society does not allow.
Yeah, society tells you kufa kiwanaume. You see, and we actually need men who would think programs like this and we work together. So when we talk with the women, we can also talk with the men. Yeah.
And do you also work with men within your program, and what role do they play in terms of addressing GBV?
We work together with men. The roles they play is most of them are health workers like me. Some of them are activists in the society, and they would want haki. They would need to. In some forums, they would also speak, because right now we also have the boy child in vulnerable, just like the girl child. So they help. Unajua kuna vile yule kijana wa kiume anaweza shindwa kuniambia, anaweza ongea na community health worker ambaye ni wa kiume. So that's how we work together. Yes. So
it's very important to also
very
involve.
Very important. It's a multi-sectoral approach that is going to help us. Multi-sectoral approach.
That is beautiful. Very beautiful. Now, just focusing on your work, what you have been doing within the community. If you had power, of course you have power.
Yes.
If you had power, what are some of the things you could do to prevent or reduce gender-based violence within the community?
Good.
Yes.
I had that thought. And I was thinking, when I see a patient in my room, I have got to refer. I refer. In the process of referrals, I lose contact. I was thinking of an approach of having all under one roof. And that is a program I want to do in Kilifi County. It's in the pipeline. Why one under one roof? Here is a clinical officer managing a client of gender-based violence. There is a door of a legal advisor. There is a door of a police. There is a door of a psychologist. There is an admission room of taking care. You see, why? Because we lose people in the referral pathways. If I refer mama, sasa nimekujazia haya makaratasi, nataka uende kwa police station, upeleke haya makaratasi, alafu urudi kwangu tena, alafu a woman or a man or a mother with a boy child assaulted gets tired. Unaelewa? Anachoka. Ako already traumatized na amezunguka sana. Nenda, urudi, lete karatasi fulani, rudi, lazima uripoti mali fulani, alafu rudi. I was thinking of a scenario.
A one-stop shop.
One-stop shop. Just like you go to a supermarket and you want meat and it's there. You want greens and they're there. You want cereals and they're there. You know, unaingia, unamalizana, unaenda. It will be, itafanya watu watakuja wengi kuleta hizo cases, alafu itakuwa rahisi ukifundisha kule, unasema nendeni mahali fulani. Ukifika hapo, hata kama ni maswali yako kunayo utajibiwa pale. Kuna daktari wa saikolojia pale, daktari ataangalia. Kuna polisi pale, atapatia ushauri. Kuna pia watu katika law section. They're there. I think that will help a lot. Will help a lot.
That is true.
Yes.
Thank you. I think that is a very brilliant idea.
Yes, yes.
I hope it comes to pass.
Yes, it will come to pass because you're doing it under Mama Afia, Kilifi County.
Mama Afia.
Mama Afia.
Now let me divert a little bit now. Of course, we're talking about gender-based violence.
Yeah.
But now, women in leadership, women in government. Because this is, for example, you talked about you're a politician. It's a male-dominated field.
Yes, yes.
How do you survive there?
It's terrible, but we survive. Because if we don't do it, who will do it? Of course, men, and I know you are a man, if there's nothing you are bringing on the table, then what are you bringing on the table? So I would tell, if you have programs that can be looked at, and they will say this mama is bringing 1, 2, 3, then a man asking you about other things will take some time. Because you are focused. Yeah, you are focused. But now you are coming in and there's nothing you are bringing to the table. So what do you have? Yes, what do you have? Society has taught people, if this woman is not bringing anything, what does she have? You see. So that is the danger. That is the danger. Going into politics without defined agendas that you want to execute in the very community you want to serve. can serve as a loophole for you to be intimidated or harassed. Yes.
A woman who is also planning to get into politics, what kind of character, what kind of skills or energy or things that must he have?
I would say any woman believing in herself, let her come on board. Yes. One step, you have to believe in yourself. Put your agendas right. Move. Yes.
I love that. I would love to see you now in Mobile. When I see you there, I say that is now the politician I interviewed some time back.
Yes.
Now, just looking at the whole thing, you have so many initiatives, and I love how you're vibrant within the community. Can you talk about those initiatives one by one, and why did you start them, and what outcome are you expecting?
Those related to gender-based violence or
all of them, just as Mama Afia and as a politician.
Okay.
Yes.
I would say, I being a Mijikenda woman, I know what a Mijikenda woman goes through every day. I would not say we are at the same pace as people from Kiambu or Nakuru. Let's be honest. We have faced a problem with one, education, two, health. Education pathways zetu zimekuwa na shida. One, maybe we have lacked guidance or counseling or a career pathway, yani mahali unaelekezwa mahali utaenda. Because we find if you go to our own very own universities here and get the percentage of people from Kilifi, or you find that the percentage is still very low. Not that you don't have people there. One, maybe they are not able to enroll in universities. And if they are not able to enroll in university, where else can they be placed in? I would say we have underutilized TVETs in our area. Underutilized. Out of mindset. People think that kwani naenda kusomea ufundi gani? Na sahi kila kitu ni ufundi. We need electricians. Tunataka plumbers. Tunataka, you see. So tuseme mindset pia. So these are some of the things that have made me want to go to the top seat to execute this, because we are overlooking issues. Yeah, we are overlooking issues right now. Even the whole country, and to say Kilifi, we have several youths are idle. Youths that have talents, even music, other, but where are they nurtured? They maybe they only need a talk, just to explain to them that wewe ulipata B, unaweza kufanya plumber. Ukakuja kutengeneza nyumba, si nyumba zinajengwa kila siku. We need this. Maybe wewe ulipata C, man, it's not the end of life. Maybe a young girl can do hairdressing, can do tailoring, and the rest. Yeah, I mean, there's a gap of knowledge. Kuna shida hapo. We will not be having this unemployment all over. You don't have to get a white-collar job for you to earn a living.
We talked about the Mijikenda women not going to school.
Most of us.
What culture do you want to abolish to ensure that these young women, they get into education, and that there's change of narrative, there's change of attitude among these young ladies who always maybe they feel that they have been brought up to know that education is not that important?
What I would say is, let every child be that important in terms of education and empowerment, so that this girl child is not left behind. Then already the teen pregnant mothers who are out there, who are hanging and they have nowhere to go, can they be taken to vocational training schools so that they can boost? Because this is a mother who is going to bear a child, and maybe ataachiwa huyo mtoto ale. Sasa kama yeye hajakuwa empowered, yule mtoto atafika wapi? And we are having cases of teen mothers who are single mothers, right? So many of them, and they are nowhere. And some of them have not rediscovered themselves. Some of them are very talented, I've interacted with you, and I say, you wait until somebody comes to tell you you live forever. I told some of these girls, can you train yourself even to pay it? Nowadays, beauty is expensive, and people pay for beauty. So there are a lot of things that can be done there. Yeah.
And then just to wind up, because there's a program you talked about when we started, and I said you're going to talk about later. There's a program about circle with women that you have started. What inspired you to start that, and what is your intended outcome?
Actually, I realized professionals have their own very, very well established circles. We are being honest about that. What about that Mama Karanga? What about huyu mwanamke anafulia mtumwa? Where are they? They are not anywhere. So for them to access financial institutions and for them to get money to empower themselves, it's a bit very difficult. Because most of the financial institutions would want a history, of course. So my thought of starting and spearheading Funguo Yetu Circle was for this mama who can save 50 bob in a day. Where is she? Anakaranga samaki. Je, anaweza kufundishwa ile 50 asefu aeke ile 50, na baada ya muda apewe pesa ambayo anaweza fanya kitu. That was actually the idea. Yes.
And how is it going? You've already started?
We have started the circle, and we, of course, we have some challenges, and out of maybe financial literacy. Yes, our people bado hatuja swear your culture, saving culture, borrowing and paying. See? So we are faced with those challenges, but I believe God will help us. We will go through it because we are doing a lot of advocacy.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And I wish that to be successful, so that more women can be able to get, because you talked about economic empowerment. Is one of the reason why so many women get into GBV.
Yes.
Yes. So if they are empowered economically, they are able to make their own decisions. Yes. So I've seen you're so energetic, you're so passionate about what you're doing. Just to be personal, what are some of the self-care practices that you do that keeps you going daily, that can inspire someone who wants to have that kind of energy?
What I would say is I am normally up very early, maybe around 5, and I take some time to read a verse in the Bible. After that, I make a short prayer. That verse in the Bible is a positive vibe for me across the day. Right?
Yes.
Yes, across the day. If I get time in the morning, I also listen to some inspiring music or a motivational speech. That is what I do daily. So I am equipped.
Very equipped, and what you feed yourself motivates
you become. You become. Because like when you read the Bible, you say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then that day, surely you will be able to go through all with that strength. Yes. So sometimes you say, even when I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. So somehow, that filling up of the cup, that filling up of the cup daily makes me go. Of course, once in a while, I go out with good friends and we talk. Yes.
But what you feel inside your cup really matters.
Every day. Yes. It's an everyday job. Because we face a lot of challenges. As anybody who is in the database, there's a time I used to go and examine patients with a nurse, and she told me, daktari, ukiwa na ugonjwa wako, database bado usiniite, sitaki. Because she has akona girls watupu 4 girls. And aliniambia, daktari, it's affecting me. I don't want to be your chaperone in this. I don't want. She told me, sincerely. It's that sense.
That's so powerful. I love that. I will start even putting it within my schedule.
Yes. Put a quote, something, a positive vibe.
Yes.
Yes.
What are some of the message you want to the audience to get from today's discussion?
I would say like 2 sentences.
Yes.
Come out and speak out. Whatever the experience you have gone through, there are people who are ready to listen. Those are us. We are not going to judge you. We are not going to condemn you. And the other very important point I want to say, to help us get the survivors kupata haki is within a specific time. Please, if you've been assaulted, sexually assaulted or whatever, report to us before 72 hours or to send me ikizidi 120 hours, because we need to prove some issues. Yes. So if you come after 1 to 3 months, it's difficult sometimes. Yeah.
That is so powerful from Mama Afia, and she survived. Huh? I've enjoyed her. And I think you said that we ambushed you. I think when we ambush you, you know better. Yeah? So we are going to ambush you one more. Because we also still need you. There's a lot we have not talked about.
Yes.
But thank you for responding and accepting our invite.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You are doing a great job.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have heard her. You have heard from Mama County, Mama Afia, and she's also an inspiring politician. But I love how she has built herself, so passionate about issues of GBV. How can people reach you?
Through my number. My number is 24/7. 0706 383 225.
Yes. Thank you so much. I enjoyed having this kind of discussion.
Thank you.
And I definitely are going to call you back.
Oh, thank you.
For more discussion.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this one.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
We are finished.
Wow.
Wow.